And here we have it, the finished product. Took me the better part of a day to get them done, but I'm pretty happy with the results. The last steps I took was putting on his rear flight pack, you can see there. Set of wings and engines. Put together his weapons. You can see him in the pose I've got him drawing out one of his foldable knives. They are stored inside of his arms there. I think that's pretty cool. The legs also have a little storage thing. I wasn't sure what it was until I actually had a closer look at the manual. There's a little item in there, and I wasn't sure what it was. I thought maybe it was a beam saber hilt. Turns out it's a missile. The only reason I know that, of course, is I did a Google search, or rather I did a Google Translate on my phone for the text in the manual, and it said missile. So there we have it. That's something to be dropped when he's in plane mode. Now I'm not going to attempt to transform him into plane mode. I've done that already, and it's kind of, well, it's kind of shit. He's a bit of a parts former. When he's in plane mode, you pop off these, well, you don't have to pop these off, but you can pop these tops of the knee guards off and put on these little pieces of landing gear. It looks pretty good, so when he's in plane mode he can land, he doesn't have to transform. You also have to pop his sort of crotch piece forward to place the front landing gear behind it. It's not too difficult. It takes a little bit to get used to. And he's not a very solid kit when you have him transformed. He's not like the well, the other transforming kit I have is the Delta Plus Master Grade, and that thing's beautiful the way it transforms. Nice and solid in both versions. But this is a less expensive kit, and it's certainly not a Master Grade, so I'll give it a pass on that. Now, the way the wing packs are set up, they sort of fold down when he's standing if you'd like. If he's in flight mode, you generally have them up like this, and yeah, he tends to fall over a bit. Let's get you back up there. Come on, come on. Oddly enough, with the wings out, he becomes front heavy. Not sure how that works. All in all, solid kit. Pretty nice. A lot of different poses I could put him in. Probably need to get him up on an action base, which he does come with an action base connector, which I seem to have misplaced. No, here it is. Little action base connector there. So it comes with, of course, the extra hand. And he has a shield, a propeller shield, I guess. Never did understand that design choice, but basically it clips to his elbow, and as bullets and things are flying to him, I guess it twists around and knocks them out of the way. Whatever. Also, he has the massive gun here. He can either hold that in his hand, or when he's in plane mode, that sort of connects as his cockpit, or nose, I guess. Not sure what you would call that, really. It's kind of hard for him to hold it. His hands, again, are not articulated. You don't have to pull them apart to get the weapons in like a lot of the high-grade Universal Centuries that I've seen. Rather, you just sort of flip out the handle and place it into the hand, and it sits in there kind of loosely. Not a big deal. It also comes with a little peg that you can insert into the side of one of the legs, and you pop that into this guy. Come on. Work with me here. There we go. You pop it in here, and you can sort of poke that into the side of the leg here, and it just sort of acts as a holster. And what else do we have? We have the two completely clear, unpainted beam sabers. You'd have to paint these yourself, obviously. I am probably going to paint them red, because I still have some clear red paint. The handles I have no paint for, however. All the acrylic paint I have is not suitable for this sort of plastic. But I'll probably pick some up at some other point. You also come with these different sort of airfoils for the wings. Now, the wings actually have an airfoil built into them as a separate piece. You can kind of see that here. This one, in fact, is starting to fall off again. It's not holding on there very well. I need to modify it a little bit. But it's got those little airfoils, and apparently when you have it in plane mode, you can attach these as a different sort of airfoil to guide you in a different direction, I guess. Not real sure what the point of that is. I have no background in aeronautics or aviation, so as I'm sure all of that applies to this fictitious world of robots in space. Either way, I'm really pleased with this kit. Spacefaring suits are cool and all, but I have a certain soft spot for suits designed to operate in the upper atmosphere. I'm reminded of the Goo flight type that shows up in 08 MS Team, and I just love that. Unfortunately, they never made any other kits of that other than the really old high-grade Universal Century, and that thing fell apart like crap. That's another project I need to go back to later on. Fix his pelvic region, which has snapped in half, and paint him up properly. Anyway, that's the end of my little segment on my project today, the 1/100th grade OverFlag. Awesome little kit, I think, but my personal tastes dictate a lot of what I consider awesome, as they often do. Pick one up.